Your next chapter starts with just one decision. Not about hustling harder, not about being more patient, and not about waiting for the universe to finally give you a sign. It's about one single choice: alignment or avoidance. Are you going to meet yourself where you're being called, or will you keep turning away? Rebirth doesn't arrive with a bang. There are no fireworks, no perfect, detailed plan. It shows up quietly, often disguised as discomfort, a deep restlessness, and that subtle feeling that your old life just doesn't fit you anymore. If you've been feeling caught in between no longer who you were, but not yet who you're becoming, then this message is for you. A lot of people think rebirth happens only when their external circumstances change. A new job, a new relationship, moving to a new city. But energetically, the real rebirth happens long before any of that. The real reason you feel stuck isn't because you don't know what to do. It's because you're retrying to step into a new reality while still pouring all your energy into the old one. You can't carry avoidance into alignment. You can't bring your old coping mechanisms into a brand new identity. And you certainly can't access a higher timeline while still protecting the very patterns that kept you small. Energetic rebirth asks one simple, yet very confronting question. Are you willing to let go of what feels familiar and safe to become who you truly are? Most people say they want change, but what they really want is just comfort with a few upgrades. And that's not how energy works. A timeline isn't some event waiting for you in the future. It's a frequency that you are broadcasting right now, in this very moment. Your current reality is a direct response to what you tolerate, what you avoid, and the choices you make when no one else is looking. Every thought, every habit, every boundary you set or don't set, and every emotional reaction you have anchors you into a specific timeline. Rebirth is what happens when your internal frequency no longer matches your external life. That friction you're feeling right now, it isn't a problem. That exhaustion you have with your old cycles, that isn't laziness. And that intense urge you feel to just disappear, rest, or burn it all to the ground, that's not self-sabotage. That is your entire system preparing to recalibrate. Rebirth isn't a globe, it's a death. It's the death of identities you built just to survive. The death of people-pleasing, of numbing your feelings, of delaying your own happiness, and of betraying yourself. The death of the version of you that learned how to stay safe instead of how to stay aligned with your truth. Energetically, this process often comes with grief for the person you're outgrowing. It can bring a fear of being truly seen, a total collapse of your old motivations, and a complete loss of interest in things that once meant the world to you. This is exactly why so many people resist it, because at first, rebirth doesn't feel like excitement. It feels like total disorientation. At every single moment, you are making one of two choices: alignment or avoidance. Alignment means choosing what supports your future self, even when it feels really uncomfortable right now. Avoidance means choosing what soothes you in the moment, but ultimately delays your becoming. And avoidance isn't always obvious. Sometimes it looks like overthinking, Sometimes it looks like waiting for absolute clarity before you make a move. And sometimes it looks like spiritual bypassing, trying to manifest something instead of actually doing the work. Alignment is much quieter. It looks like radical honesty with yourself. It looks like setting firm boundaries. It looks like resting without feeling guilty about it. It looks like taking action without needing to be 100% certain of the outcome. Your next timeline doesn't require you to be perfect. It just requires your participation. When you're at the edge of rebirth, your old tools just stop working. You can't force clarity to come. You can't logic your way into alignment. You can't just manifest your way around a nervous system that feels fundamentally unsafe. This phase of your life asks for embodiment, not just motivation. It asks you to look at where you're saying yes when your body is screaming no, where you're delaying the inevitable, where you are still trying to negotiate with a version of life you have clearly already outgrown. The moment you stop negotiating, the timeline begins to shift. Stepping into your next chapter doesn't require a complete life overhaul overnight. It just requires one non-negotiable, aligned decision. One boundary you finally stop crossing. One truth you stop avoiding. One single action that matches the identity you are stepping into. Start by removing the energy leaks. Stop overgiving your time and energy. Stop feeling like you have to explain yourself to everyone. Stop feeding dynamics that leave you feeling completely drained. Your future self does not wait around to feel ready. They move even when they're nervous. And between timelines, there will be a void. Be a pause. A moment where the old has fallen away, but the new hasn't fully arrived yet. Don't rush to fill this space with noise or distraction. This quiet space is where the recalibration happens. When you choose alignment consistently, your reality will reorganize itself around you. It doesn't always happen instantly, but it is inevitable. The right people will find you, and others will fall away. New opportunities will appear as if from nowhere. Your energy will return. Your nervous system will stabilize. You don't have to chase the next chapter. You become the version of you that belongs there. That is rebirth. If this resonated with you, it's because you're already standing at the threshold. Comment the word rebirth below if you're choosing alignment over avoidance. Like this video so it can reach others who are at the same crossroads. And subscribe if you're ready to walk the Phoenix path, where transformation isn't just an aesthetic, it's embodied. Your next timeline is already available. The only question is, will you meet it?